When she called, she was like, you know what? You involved in something, you figure your way out. And she didn't come get me. One time I used to be mad at my mom because of stuff like that. But then I realized, you know what? That was some of the best things she probably could have did for me. Because if she would have kept bailing me out, guess what I would have kept doing? Going back doing the same things over and over again because I never learned my lesson. So I was just like you guys. Had a lot of different emotional pain, a lot of anger. And I was like some of you guys also. You know that song that said, don't save her. She don't want to be saved, right? Yes, ma'am. Some of you guys don't even want to be saved. So as soon as you leave this program, some of you probably going to go right back and do the same thing. That's a person that don't want to be saved. What's the title of that song? Anybody know? No role model. So he's literally wrapping his pain. He don't have no role models, right? So he's doing whatever he want to do. So for the lack of role models sometimes in our life, like me, I just wanted a dad. Daddy, where are you? That's all I wanted to know. The summertime he would call, he said, I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you and your brother for the summer. He didn't show up. So now I got rejection, right? I got pain. I feel rejected. Who am I? I feel like a failure. My grades fell from all F's to a D. I had a D in PE. So here I go. I ended up in an alternative school. They will bus us from our regular school to an alternative school, and I end up in this alternative school with kids with behavior issues, kids that are acting out emotionally, kids that don't know who they are because they're drowning in all their pain, they're drowning in all their sorrow, they're drowning in all their trauma. And you know what? Some of the best friends that I ever had, I found in there. But they were just as hurt and broken as I was. So when we got together on the weekend, guess what we did? We committed crimes. We were smoking marijuana. And I ended up, because I was smart, remember I used to be an A/B student, but I lost focus because of all my pain, because of all my trauma. So because of all the pain and the disappointment and the trauma, I began to hate myself. So a self-reflection is that is not only was I hurting myself, but I was hurting everybody else around me. Remember I just said, right? If all that is you see within my body is within me, guess what I'm going to project on you? I'm going to project that same pain on you that's within me. So what would it be to me if you're my friend? You think I'm going to love you for real? No. I'm not going to love you for real. I'm going to inflict that same pain on you that's already in me. I'm going to inflict that same confusion and misidentity that I have. So here I was, a kid, walking around just confused as I want to be. Graduated high school a year earlier, right? But guess what? Now I'm intimidated by life. Why am I intimidated by life? Because I don't have an education. They just passed me through there. So I don't have an education. So now when it's time for me to get a job, when it's time for me to have confidence and look someone in the eye, I can't even do that because I'm intimidated because I cannot speak correct English. I cannot put an entire sentence together. So now I'm walking around as a grown adult, but don't possess the tools I need because I'm still carrying my childhood trauma, my childhood pains and disappointments. It just don't disappear. It starts with a decision to say, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't care if it's in my family generationally. I know kids that are the first kids to graduate high school. In their family, the father's in prison, the grandfather's in prison. They don't see any male role models in their families. They don't see a reason to live. So sometimes you got to be determined to be the first. And that's what I did. I was determined that I was going to be the first to break the cycles that I saw coming through my family. And it's a hard choice. Because when your homeboy wants you to come out and do something you shouldn't be doing, and you like, nah, I don't want to be a part of that no more, guess what? It takes courage. That's not weakness, that's courage. When you're able to look your friend in the face and say, you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore, that's not being weak, y'all. That's take courage. Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, that person is going to reject you. And because most of us in here already got issues with rejection because of our home life, we don't want to be rejected by anybody. So what is it to run to that game? You want to run to that game because you know it's that false acceptance. But as soon as shots ring out, he's not going to tell you? Where's the allegiance in that? Where's the real respect in that? There is no real respect. Y'all understand that? It's false respect. Those gang members and all that stuff, they look like how I look like as a teenager. This is what's in them. Because when you love yourself, you know what you do? You know what? I'm going through this at home. Got lack. We got a lot of poverty going on. I may not have the food. I may not have the nice clothes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run my behind to school every morning. I'm going to sit my behind in this class, and I'm going to get my education, because my education may be my way out of this. But if I fool around in school and don't get my education, and I come out of school and I cannot speak a complete sentence without using slang, where am I going to get a job at? So where are you going to end up at with no education? Somebody tell me.
On the streets.
On the streets or what else? Somewhere in jail.
Or in the grave.
Or in the grave, because you're going to start committing crimes. And that's what I learned. So at the age of 19, when I came out of high school, still got all this mess in me. I started working at a maximum security male prison as a correctional officer, a cadet correctional officer. And working as this correctional officer, what I learned was it was a maximum male correctional officer facility. What I saw is that those inmates were just like me. Just that they didn't have it written on their arms, it was written in their hearts, it was written in their soul. So now, because they are ill prepared to make it as children, and most of them started committing crimes as children. So now they're adults. And you get out there like me, and you're ill prepared, and you can't speak a complete sentence, and you have no confidence, and you try to act hard to make people think you got confidence. Acting hard is not confidence. Confidence is being able to wake up in the morning and say, you know what? I'm going to have a positive day. You look somebody in the eyes and I'm not going to be a part of that. You look your best and you dress your best. And your character matches where you want to go. That's confidence. Acting hard is not confidence. Why do you got to act hard? Why do you have to act hard? That's protection, right? I did that too, y'all. I was in a gang. I was a female gang member. I had to try to act hard because inwardly I was weak. I was hurt. So there's my father not there to protect me. There's nobody to protect me. I'm gonna protect myself. That hard exterior you see is people trying to protect themselves. When I started working at this male prison, my life changed. I was in there literally having to lock these inmates in their cells every night and do a count on them. This inmate who was locked up in there for murdering his wife began to minister to me every time I went to work. That's how my life changed. This man would teach me the Bible and teach me how to love myself. This man was more free within his soul, locked behind a cell, than I was. I was going home every day, and I was an adult. So I'm saying to you guys, in order to change the path that you guys are on, it starts tonight with a choice. There's nobody else. Listen to me. I understand that people may have done stuff to you. I understand that your father may not have been there. I understand that you may not have the nice things. I understand that you may live in the hood. I understand that you may have had some things done to you that you don't even want to talk about and tell anybody else. That's secrets in your heart that you probably won't even ever tell anybody. But guess what, y'all? The sad reality is, regardless who have perpetrated you, regardless who have disappointed you, guess whose responsibility is now to make a choice, to make a change? It's your choice. Nobody else can make the choice for you. I can sit there and blame him. You did this to me. You did that to me. You did this to me. You did that to me. How is that helping me? It's not helping me. Literally, come right here for me. I want to show you something. You good? I'm going to put this around you. Put your arm off me. I just want to show you something, how this looks when you're blaming somebody, when you stay in your anger, when you stay in your pain, when you're still mad at your dad, when you're still mad at your uncle for whatever he did. And I did it for years. I would go to my father. My father literally left us. My father was an alcoholic. And he left us when I was about 2 years old. And literally, when I was 17, my last year of high school, the dude died, right? And remember, I used to be so disappointed and angry at him, right? Because he wasn't there. But my mom literally got the blow of my anger because I started disrespecting her and disrespecting her home because I was so angry. So we hurt the people closest to us, right? We take that anger out on the people closest to us. So that sometimes that's our mom, sometimes that's our siblings, sometimes that's your school teacher. We hurt the people the closest to us that should love us. We literally get to a point where we don't really know what love is because we're so hurt. So you guys got to get back to the point where I know you guys have been through a lot. I know you probably never know some of you guys' stories. But you have to make a choice from this night that you're going to make different decisions if you want to make it and have dreams. How many of y'all have dreams and goals? Raise your hand. We all have goals and dreams. When I was out there doing food stuff, I had goals and dreams. I just didn't know how to get there because my pain spoke so loudly. So I'm saying to you guys, you got to get rid of that pain. You got to detach yourself from that old life, that old friendship. You got to detach yourself from the pain and unforgiveness, or you're going to be stuck. You understand that? All right, turn this way. All right, what's your name? Omar. Omar represents to me the anger I had towards my dad, the anger I had towards my uncle for molesting me, the anger I had because I didn't have the nice things that some kids had, the anger I had because I just wanted my mom's attention because I didn't realize she was a single parent, so she couldn't give me all the attention that I really wanted. She was trying to work and go to school. She was trying to better herself. So I had so much anger and disappointment and unforgiveness and all of this mess that was on me. And I was tied to it. So here I go. Just stand still right there. Here I go. It's me in life. Don't let me pull you. It's me in life, right? I'm trying to move back this way, right? Can I move? No. What am I tied to? Pain. All that pain, right? All that unforgiveness, right? And guess what? How am I going to make it in life like that? I'm not. And life seems so much heavy because I got to drag all this that's on me. I'm dragging him. How am I drag him? How am I drag him? Through high school, through college, through middle school. How am I carry all that and carry myself? You can't. So this is what some of you guys are going to have to do tonight. You guys got to release that stuff and say, I don't want to be a part of this stuff anymore. I want to be free. Y'all understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I need you guys, everybody close your eyes. Thank you so much. Everybody sit, close your eyes for just a second. I'm not going to do anything to you. All right. So I want you to put in your mind right now some people that have disappointed you, some people that may have hurt you. Pull up the situation right now that's causing you the most pain, that's causing you to act out. Pull up that trauma or that pain. Somebody that you feel like, if you feel like you need to get vengeance on someone that did you something, that's unforgiveness. Close your eyes. Pull that person up. Now think to yourself, keep your eyes closed. Think to yourself, myself and a young man right there that was just tied on to each other. That's what it's doing to your life. It's holding your life back. It's causing you to make bad choices. It's causing you to be negative and have bad characteristics. It's causing you to be angry because you're holding on to it, because you're tied to it, and you need to let it go. Now open your eyes. Open your eyes. Close your eyes one more time. Now I want you to envision the same thing I did with him, and I want you to envision taking a scissor or taking an axe to the level of degree of the anger you have. I want you to take that axe and I want you to chop yourself free, just in your mind. Chop that cord free between you and those people, you and those situations. Say, I release it, I cannot carry it, it's too heavy. It's causing too much pain, it's causing too much hurt. Say to that person, I forgive you. Say it to them right there. Say, I forgive you and I release you. And I'm moving forward. Take a few seconds. All right, good. Now open your eyes. Good. You guys have any questions?